Hello friends, this is Sunita from TP Tutorials, and today I am going to do a language chapter with you, that is reported speech. First of all, I am going to explain you the meaning of the word speech. What is the meaning of the word speech? Speech means when we convey our things to others. Okay, so there are two types of speech, direct speech and indirect speech. What does direct speech means? Direct speech means when you are saying your things directly to the second person. And what does indirect speech means? This means when the third person is saying your words. Okay, that is converting your words and saying to the person. Okay, so I am writing two types of sentences over here. He said, I am sick. He said that he was sick. So in the first sentence you have seen, he said, comma, inverted commas open, I am sick, full stop, inverted commas close. Okay, and in the second sentence, he said that he was sick. So first you are saying that inverted commas open and inverted commas close is given there. So whatever words are given within inverted commas close and inverted commas open, that are the actual word of the speaker. Okay, this means that the speaker is saying that I am sick. And in the second sentence, he said that he was sick. This means a third person is saying on the behalf of the speaker. So the first one is the direct speech and the second one is the indirect speech. Friends, you know there are four types of sentences. Okay. So what are these four types of sentences? Declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. So when we are converting from direct to indirect, we are converting in these four types of sentences. Whether we are going to convert from direct to indirect in the declarative sentence or interrogative sentence or imperative sentence or the exclamatory sentence. Today I am going to tell you about these 7 general rules that is applicable to all these four types of sentences. But there are some special rules when we are going to do each and every sentences individually. Then there are some special rules that is applicable to each of the sentences. So let's come quickly on the 7 general rules. Okay. So rule 1. Rule 1 says, simple present tense will change to simple past. So this rule is saying that simple present tense will change to simple past. Now let's see that how this simple present tense is changing to simple past. First of all, before starting this thing, we are seeing that he said is given over there, and then in inverted commas some words are given, that is I am sick. So this part of the speech, to whom it is saying, who is saying and to whom it is saying, that is called the reporting speech. Okay, and what is said, that which is given within inverted commas close and inverted commas open and close, that is called the reported speech. Okay, so one thing you clearly understand, that no changes are made in reporting speech. All the changes are made in reported speech. Okay, so you have copied down he said, he said. Now we are going to see that how the simple present tense is changing to simple past. You are seeing I over here. This I is used for he because he is saying these words. So this I is used for he. So that is why this I will also change. Okay, and this am. Because simple present tense, am is signifying simple present tense and simple present tense is changing to simple past. So this am will change to was and sick remains sick. So rule number 2 says that pronouns, wherever we are meeting with the pronouns, pronouns will change. And how the pronouns will change? The pronouns will change on the basis of the reporting speech. Because from the reporting speech we come to know who is talking to whom. So accordingly, within the reported speech, whatever pronouns comes in between, we are going to change seeing the reporting speech. Got it? Now we are coming on rule number 3. Rule number 3 is saying present continuous tense. What present continuous tense will change to? Present continuous tense will change to past continuous. Okay? So this present continuous tense will change to past continuous. Now let's see an example. Okay? This sentence, I am writing one sentence over here. He said, I am writing letters. Okay? So which part of the sentence is signifying that it is a present continuous tense? I am writing letters. Because when there is something in the continuous form, this ing will be there. Because ing is signifying that the particular sentence is in the continuous form. So I am writing letters. This is present continuous and this present continuous will change to past continuous. So let's change it. He said that he was writing letters. So you have seen, friends, that how this I am writing letters, that was signifying present continuous tense, was changed to was writing letters, and that is the past continuous. Every time you are seeing that the word that is used, so there must be a question in your mind that why and from where this that is coming. So basically, I have already told you that there are 4 types of sentences. As you are seeing that we are doing the declarative sentence. Now what is a declarative sentence? Declarative sentence, because you are seeing in all the 2 sentences, I had used a statement form. So declarative sentence is described in the form of, declarative sentence is in the form of statements. So we are seeing that declarative sentence is in the form of sentences. So as we have done both the declarative sentence, so this is a special rule which I have already said in the beginning, that there are 1 or 2 additional rule that is applicable to each type of sentences. So there is a special rule of the declarative sentence that its connector is, declarative sentence connector is that. Because friends, every sentence has got a connector and you cannot put the connector here and there. You have to put the connector when you are removing this inverted commas. Over there you have to put the connector, because the words are indirectly conveyed. The speaker words are indirectly conveyed from the third person. It is a third person who is conveying the words of the speaker. So in place of the inverted commas open, that connector is used. So as we were doing in declarative sentence, because we are doing the statements form, the connector is that. Now we are coming on rule number 4. Rule number 4 says present perfect tense will change to past perfect. So this rule is saying that present perfect tense will change to past perfect. So let's do with the help of an example. He said, I have passed my exam. Okay, this is my sentence. Which word is signifying that it is a present perfect tense? Has passed. Has passed is signifying that it is a present perfect sentence. Now this present perfect sentence is going to change in the past perfect form. He said that, because since it is again in the statement form, so we are going to put the connected that over here, that, and this I will change to he, this have will change to had, past will remain as past because it's a past perfect tense, and my exams. I hope this thing is clear. This part is clear up till now. Whatever I have taught you, it is clear. Now we are coming on the fifth rule. Fifth rule is saying simple past tense will change to past perfect. So this rule is saying that simple past tense will change to past perfect. Let's do with an example. He said, the horse died in the night. Okay. So this, the horse died, this died word is signifying the simple past tense, and now the rule is saying that simple past tense will change to past perfect. So he said that the horse had died in the night. So you are seeing that I have changed the simple past tense into past perfect. Now let's come on the sixth rule. What is the sixth rule saying? Sixth rule is saying whenever we come across some words, some special words we come across, those words will also change. For example, will change to would. Okay? Shall, should, can, could, may, might. So I have jotted down some words like this: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, it, that, this, that. All these words will change when it comes across the sentence. Okay? Come in the sentence, it will change. The last rule, that is the seventh rule, the seventh general rule says that the change will not take place. The change will not take place if the time and the venue is same. So the seventh rule is saying there will be no change if time is same. So friends, how we will come to know that the time is same and when this change will not take place? We will come to know that the time is same because when in the reporting speech, this means that in the first part of the speech, the present tense verb is used, that is says. In every sentence you are seeing that it is said, said, said. But in the first part of the sentence, if the present tense verb is used, this means that the time has not changed. So the sentence will, no change will take place in the sentence. For example, I am giving you, he says, it is good to be here. So the sentence will remain the same. He says that it is good to be here. Okay, because this here will not change to there. When we are coming across, because in the sixth rule we have already told you that there are some words which is going to change, like will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, and this here Here will also change to there. So we have already told you that there are some words, when we come across these words will change. So in the 7th rule it is saying that no change will take place if the time is same. So 7th rule, when we are seeing in the reporting speech that the present tense verb is used, so there will be no change in the sentence. You can say that in the universal truth sentences also, there is no change. Universal truth, or we are talking about the habitual actions, so there is no change. For example, if we can say, he says the sun rises in the east. So it will remain the same because it is a universal truth sentence. So he is saying, he says that the sun rises in the east. There will be no change. So friends, we have done about the declarative sentences, because all the sentences which we took as example, that is declarative sentence. We will come across with more videos, because after this I have to explain you interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentences. And we are going to bring more videos. In our next video I am going to explain all these 3 types of sentences, because as we have already done the 7 general rules, and these general rules will be applicable to interrogative also, imperative also and exclamatory also. Only I have to add on 1 or 2 extra rules which is applicable for all these types of sentences. So आपको केवल 1-2 एक्स्ट्रा रूल्स बताने पड़ेंगे जो इंटरोगेटिव के लिए अलग से यूज होते हैं, इम्पेरेटिव के लिए अलग से यूज होते हैं और एक्सक्लेमेटरी के लिए अलग से यूज होते हैं. बाकी ये सारे माने ऑल द 4 सेंटेंसेस में, ये 7 रूल्स सेंटेंसेस में, सारे 4 सेंटेंसेस में एप्लीकेबल होंगे. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड द चैप्टर वेरी क्लियरली, and if there is any doubt you can I can clear it in the next video. I will clear it. So if you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe my channel, and wait for the next part of the reported speech. Thank you.